Hello, Liverpool fans. Welcome to the Liverpool Report, your go-to source for the latest news, match updates, and transfer stories straight from Anfield. Don't miss out on any of the action. Hit that subscribe button now and stay in the loop with all things Reds. Dean Huijsen has already suggested he wants to make history with Bournemouth by representing them in Europe for the first time next season. And that could leave the 19-year-old central defender's suitors, thought to include Arsenal, Liverpool and Manchester United, significantly disappointed ahead of the summer transfer window, where a release clause in his contract will become active. Huijsen only arrived on the south coast in the summer, joining from Juventus for £15 million. But he has made such a big impression with the Cherries in the first half of the season that the top flight's elite are already circling. It's been reported that Huijsen could be available for just £50 million in the summer due to a clause in his contract, which has put plenty of clubs on red alert. However, it may not be a foregone conclusion that Huijsen leaves, given Bournemouth are among a pool of clubs who are in with a chance of qualifying for Europe next season. The Cherries have never played in Europe before, meaning that Andoni Iraola's side would make history if they can go on to finish in the upper echelons of the Premier League table this season, and European football could persuade Huijsen to stay put. He hinted as much in an interview with The Guardian last month, where he said, "We're doing well and I think we can qualify for Europe. We have the quality and the potential. Who wouldn't want to play in Europe? I think everyone would like that. It would go down in the history of the club. It would be great for all of the players, fans and everyone involved. I think it is realistic with how we are playing. We are doing well and all of the stats show that it's not just luck and we deserve to be here. We just need to keep on working hard, stay humble and continue proving ourselves." Bournemouth boss, Iraola, who currently has the club 5th in the Premier League standings, thinks Huijsen is destined for the top. He said, "I think he has shown from the beginning that he can do this. He plays with confidence, and even though he is 19 years old, he has played a few games. But now with the injury to Marcos Senesi, he for sure will have to play more. It is not always easy to play as a defender in the Premier League, but I hope the young players can grow together and continue their development. The good thing for them is that they have room to improve." Liverpool set for an important run of fixtures this week, having bounced back after dropping points against Everton to beat Wolves 2-1 on Sunday. The Reds currently sit 7 points clear of closest rivals Arsenal at the top of the Premier League, but are now preparing for 2 huge games as they travel to Aston Villa on Wednesday and Manchester City on Sunday. Liverpool boss Arneslot will be hoping his side can extend their lead over the Gunners, who only play one this week when they host West Ham at the Emirates. With all that in mind, Mirror Football takes a look at some of the latest news from Anfield. Liverpool captain Virgil-van-Dijk has told fans to buckle up as the Reds look to win a 20th league title this season. "I said it weeks ago. We just have to buckle up, enjoy the ride," Van Dijk said after the Wolves win. "There will be a lot of twists and turns. If you're not ready for it, and we have been there already, it will be a difficult couple of months for you, but I feel like we as a team are ready for it, and we will give it everything we've got, and we will see in 13 games if that is enough. It is all about game by game, and not looking at others as we have no influence on other teams or other situations. We are all human beings, and I totally understand anxiety or nervousness can kick in, but we have to just keep going, and we need the fans in the best shape of their lives, and they need us to be in the best shape of our lives as well." Wolves boss Vitor Pereira has claimed Ibrahima Konate should have been sent off on Sunday, but Slot believes it would have been soft. Konate was already on a yellow card when he brought down Matheus Cunha, but the referee opted only to award a foul and not show the Liverpool star a second yellow, and Slot promptly substituted him at half-time. "Yes, I took him off because of that," Slot explained after the game. "Because I saw him getting his first yellow. That was for me a soft yellow. If he would have got the second one for a shoulder push, that would again be a soft yellow. So then he would have been sent off by 2 soft yellows. Liverpool have announced that they will not be increasing ticket prices next season, following protests by fans." In a statement, the club said, "The club held meaningful engagement discussions with its official supporters board on ticket prices, and is grateful for their important and significant contribution to those discussions." As well as adult prices remaining the same, junior tickets will also continue to be frozen at £9 for the 10th season in a row and are the same price as local tickets, which have been available to those with a Liverpool postcode since the 2016-17 season. Roberto Firmino would likely not be able to complete a sensational Premier League return despite his Al Ahly future being up in the air. The Brazilian has been linked with a move to Arsenal amid their ongoing injury crisis involving their attacking stars. It was suggested that he could potentially be signed for nothing, with his Al Ahly place under serious question. Firmino was axed from the Saudi club's league squad for the remainder of the campaign. Rules stipulate that clubs can only register 10 foreign players in their squad, with Firmino and former Leeds star Ezgian Alioski those to miss out in favour of recent signing Galeno. Explaining that decision, Al Ahly boss Matthias Gisele said, "It was a difficult decision for the club and based on the rules. We appreciate him and he dealt with it professionally. He's still one of our leaders." And the Saudi side delivered on that promise as Firmino was chosen to captain the side in Monday evening's clash with Al Gharafa in the Asian Champions League competition he is still eligible to play in. Al Ahly tweeted an image of Firmino's shirt and the captain's armband before the game with the caption, "Captain Bobby." The Brazilian's impact was not just limited to captaining Al Ahly though. After ex-Premier League strikers Joselu and Ivan Toney had exchanged strikes, Firmino scored the third goal of the game. Al Ahly ended up winning 4-2, Galeno and Riyad Mahrez extending their advantage even further before Yassine Brahimi scored a consolation for Al Gharafa. Firmino will now be sidelined once again for Al Ahly's next league game against Damak. His next contributions are likely to come in the next round of Asian Champions League, those matches set to take place on March 3rd to 4th and March 10th to 11th. But with league appearances now out of the question, there have been suggestions that Firmino could look to prematurely end his contract and secure a move elsewhere. A return to the Premier League has been mooted for the ex-Liverpool star, but it appears that any ambitious moves for the forward would be foiled. Using the example of Craig Dawson's precarious situation at Wolves, The Athletic report that English clubs would only be allowed to sign a player should he become a free agent during the transfer window, and as such, the veteran forward would only be allowed to move to a country where their windows are still open, with options limited. Of leagues to still have their transfer windows open, Firmino could potentially consider switches to the United States or back to his homeland of Brazil. He could thus potentially choose to bide his time with Al Ahly, where his contract runs until 2026, and his future with his current employers has now taken a fresh turn. Alan Shearer has conceded that he underestimated Mohamed Salah, having anticipated a drop-off for the Liverpool star amid his ongoing contract saga. Salah once again found the net on Sunday, helping Liverpool grind out a 2-1 victory over Wolves to keep their 7-point lead at the Premier League summit. The 32-year-old's smoothly converted penalty in the first half took his season's tally to 28 goals across all competitions. Salah is enjoying a stunning season under Arneslot, yet fears that it could be his swan song at Anfield forced Shearer to air concerns that the off-pitch drama might hamper the Egyptian's performances. Speaking on the Rest is football podcast with Gary Lineker and Micah Richards. The ex-Newcastle United forward said that it would have only been human nature for Salah to experience a dip in form as a consequence. "He's some player," said Shearer. "I thought, and I said earlier in the season, that there might be a tiny, not a lot, but a tiny sort of drop-off because of the contract situation, the worry that you haven't got the protection, I guess, or the guarantee of that behind you going forward. But at the minute, there hasn't been at all. I thought it would have been only human nature to see a tiny drop-off. But there isn't. And I think that tells you about his mindset and how tough he is mentally." Meanwhile, Richards, who had encouraged Liverpool to offer Salah whatever he wants in order to keep him on Merseyside, reiterated that hopes to see the Egyptian star in the Premier League for the foreseeable future, as per the Liverpool Echo. "When I say give him what he wants, I didn't mean blow the wage structure to a different level," he said. "I just mean there's a player who doesn't always have to play at the top of his game, and he can still produce magical moments." So, if you look at his cross for the goal from Alexis McAllister, but then his goal to take it on the right foot so quickly, in the recent Merseyside derby. That's the difference between a top-level player, a world-class player, and Mo Salah in front of goal. He's just so deadly. And I hope we can get the contract sorted because I want to see him in the Premier League, because he's just that good in the big moments. Salah's goal against Wolves has put him close to becoming Liverpool's third highest scorer ever. But just last month, he acknowledged that his time with Liverpool might be drawing to an end. Do I believe this is my last season? So far, yeah. It's the last 6 months, Salah said. There is nothing, no progress there, and we are far away from any progress, so we just need to wait and see.